Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Redstone tutorial. In this Redstone tutorial I'm going to show you all how to build a copper golem item sorting system. Now this is basically better than the traditional item system because you can filter multiple items into one chest. Now there is ways to do this. I have a couple of designs, those tutorials will be coming soon, but I thought I'd start simple with a copper golem. And a quick side note, we just hit 100 subscribers, so I want to thank everyone who has subscribed and supporting the channel. But basically what you're going to want to do is start with this. Basically I'm going to start it with, you're going to need, I recommend doing each module of this being 3 by 5, so you have 3 high chests stacked up like this, and then your second module needs to be 2 blocks apart. So I'll just do it with 2 modules, but basically you just repeat the modules over and over again. They are repetitive across to, I mean, however many you want. I would recommend you I've built this in many survival worlds I've done since a couple, say many, I've not done many, but the best thing to do with this is to just do maybe 4 or 5 or 6, and then in there, and then do another one somewhere else. But you're effectively now going to want to place hoppers facing into each of one of these, like so, and then you'll want to go place more here, like so, more here, like so, more on top of here, like so. Then you'll want to place a block here. Actually, you'll probably want to place all of these blocks here for now. These are only temporary. You just need somewhere to place these hoppers because you want these facing this way, and it just means you basically could place them you can't place them that way, and you can't place them. It's just easier if you place them that way. It doesn't mess as much with the directional stuff to do with it. Then we want to place this like there. We can remove that one, and then we can now place the secondary chests that go along here, like so. Then we can place another ones here, again like so. And then these are basically going to be, and then we can set up our item filters now, so we can place, you're going to want to repeat this grid-like pattern like so, this weird shape. You want to, I'm going to break that one out, but you basically want to repeat this shape across all 5 of these chests, and you're going to want to do the same across these 5 chests. Like, don't want to break that, I'm going to place that. Going to place these here. Then you can effectively just go 1, 2, and break this. Actually, I'll go like that, and I'll go like that. Then we can just break these like so. Then we can extend this across these 5. And then we can extend this, extend this, extend this. Then you're going to want to place your repeaters in here like so, keeping them, make sure that on 1 tick you don't want to be raising the tick speed these at any means. Then you're going to want to place comparators here, redstone dust along here. Sorry, do not want them on subtract mode. You're going to place redstone dust here, then finally redstone dust there. Then you're going to want to come up under here, and then where I am missing blocks. You need to actually, you want to come under here and you want to place them there. Then you want to place them here like so. So you should have now also this, and then you just basically come in and place a line of redstone torches under here. You get this weird shape, but that's that is the redstone, so we can actually remove them. We don't want to keep this, but we can now get these other bits in here. So we're going to start by, we need a walkway for these guys, so we're going to start by placing these here like so. So this is where our copper golem is going to walk. We can then actually place glass here so you can see them. we want to place a chest here like so. We don't want to place a chest like sorry, up here. That other one is in the wrong spot. Ignore this. You're going to place it up there. And then we're going to want to place a copper chest. Actually, it'll be best. I'm going to place the copper chest here. And then you want to place a hopper going into there like so. Then you can just simply cover that up like that. And you have this weird little thing there. And then on this side, you don't need anything to do in there. You just need yeah, you need a copper chest. Remove my. I could just place. I'm just really lazy. That's why. You can place that there with a stair facing like that. Like so. So basically, every time you want to create a new module, instead of putting a block here, you'd put the hopper there and the thing there. So this bit just repeats across. We're gonna want some glass here. Now we can effectively, then just to make our sorting system look nice, we're going to place blocks up there like so, blocks up there like so, blocks like so, and then blocks like so. So you get this, and then you're going to want to place stairs on top of here, so you can actually do like that, break that, break that, and break that, and then you can go along here like so. You can do the same thing here, filling in those two blocks to stop the line of sight between other ones, and you then want to place the block here, make sure there's also two more blocks there, and make sure these two blocks here. Now this just stops the copper golems looking around and trying to get out, which you do not want. And then you can place too high, I don't think so. Can just cap that off with jungle stairs and jungle stairs, and you effectively now have this. Now we don't need anything, so we just need this now. So you should have this. You should have your chests, your walkway for your copper golem, your other chests, an item filter that looks like system that looks like this. You should have these there, and now we need to set up the filters. So what we do for this is in each, you need to get a block. It could be any block, stackable block, and you need to rename them to something. So it means when you put, and you can't put this item in the thing, so basically we could rename these sticks to subscribe, and then we'd put them in here, and we wouldn't put any subscribe items in there because it messes with the filter. So you basically want to put an item in there that you're never going to use again, which is why you rename items like sticks, which are easy to get. So these sticks would be called subscribe, and then you just make sure you don't put that item in the filter. And what you just want to do is in this corner, you're going to want to put, temporarily, we're going to put sticks in there. And the reason we're not, this is basically, we're setting them right now. This is just going to set, we haven't set up the filter right now. This is just going to tell the copper golems that they can't put anything in it. So currently we're just making these chests void. So these are currently void chests, so that no items are going to go in here at the moment, because we can now actually pick and choose which chests will be used and which won't be used. Now I can't think of enough item types right now, and it's also a really long task, and I can't think of anything to preferably put in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this whole module here like this, and it's basically going to be to show you guys, if you want to turn off a module or a section of it, you just need to make sure that there are no items in there. There is only this in here. Now to set up the actual item filter from this void state, we're going to need even more. Yes, this requires a lot of stuff for it. And basically what you want to do is you want to gradually add, I think it's 3 stacks and 54, and you'll see this starts to empty and it should go down to 54. There we go. I'm so good at my maths. And then you basically want to do the same for these. This is what is telling the system when to empty it. So an item will go here, and it will tell the system it's over the limit, let's empty it. And these are basically placeholder items. It sounds really confusing. I'm talking a bunch of jargon, waffle. It basically means nothing. This is basically, don't really need to know how and why it works, really. But then we just need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's not done the third one. No, apparently it just didn't want to do the third one. Don't know why. Clearly my Switch controllers aren't having the time of their life. Yeah, they've never felt this way before. I'm gonna stop singing in a Redstone tutorial, cause I can't sing for the life of me. Okay, let's go. And now we can effectively set up these 5 filters. Oh wait, we also now need the copper columns. I think we will add the copper column. And now we can do the filters. So we'll do diamonds and emeralds in one chest. We'll do iron and raw gold, raw copper. Probably actually want netherite in one, and then we'll do amethyst, quartz, coal, charcoal. Got them the wrong way around, I know. And lapis lazuli. And then basically what you want to do is you want to go into this corner of the chest, which is the very furthest corner that the to read. Sorry, I got that the wrong way around. And you want to place items in here. So I'm going to put these 3, and what you should see is this filter number should go down by 3 blocks, because they're the 3 we've put there. So in this one we'll add our copper, and this one we'll add our gold and iron, and then in the next one we'll put our, I haven't actually quite finished this one. There you go. Then this one we're going to put our coal and charcoal, and you can see each time they're only going down by the number it does. And now what's really good about the copper golem is the reason you put this in the furthest slot, because the copper golem is gonna, I can actually show you what a copper golem will do. So I pretend I'm a copper golem guy. I need you to use your imagination. And so I'm going to take you through what a copper golem does and how this works. So a copper golem, it's got diamond on it. It goes, checks this chest, it goes, oh, it's got iron in it. Instead of stacking it up, what it quite handily does is it goes up here and it puts the diamonds here. And what the reason the filter's set up like this is because you'll see these were empty, and it won't affect this filter and won't affect this filter, because this is the maximum amount of items it can, and it's emptying it at this start bar, and it is just such a cool system. And they'll empty, and then it'll go through, check this one, oh, no iron in it. Check this one, oh yeah, there's iron in there. Let's put it, I don't know, here. It's so cool. And you see that's emptied back to 51. So that's how that works. We actually now need our copper golems and some honeycomb. I will wax them so it turn into statues, but you see that guy's now on and waxed. That guy's on and waxed. And look, we get this cool system. So before I test it, actually I'm going to test with it, because you know when anything goes wrong it's quite bad. So in this chest we are going to put a stack of gold, maybe not, we'll put some emeralds, some gold, some netherite, some iron, some amethyst. Then to check the filters working, I'm going to put some cobblestone in. And I'm going to put it in like so. So there go, put our items in, and the copper golem is checking it. Now while it does this, I'll give you a flow around of what's happened. So you should have this system here, which is your filter. It's actually quite cool to see it working. But you should have a comparator, redstone dust, repeater there, and this repeat. You should have hoppers, one hopper facing that direction, the rest going into your 3 chests, and a chest on top. They should repeat there. Now your connector should be a chest on a hopper facing a copper chest like this, with a staircase on top. You should have your copper golem walkway here, and at the end of here you should have the chest there. And now what we should see is our diamonds there, obviously our sticks there, which we use to filters. There is our gold and iron going in. And what is left in this chest? Just the cobblestone now. And you can see that there it's checking every chest until it finds the amethyst. I think I put the amethyst in the end one, so we're about to see, and there we go. It's going to go in there and it does that weird hand action and yanks it in there. Now it should go in there, get the stone, and it should check that one. And now it's going to check that one. And now it's going to check this one. And now it's going to check this one. And now it's going to check this one. And then we should see it's going to dump it in this chest. Watch it. And bada bada bing. And it dumps it in there. And now some of you may be thinking, why can't we just put more than, why do we need this module? Why do we only have one copper column? Now I tested it. If you put more than one in there, they collide, and then the one back here can't reach the chest and it blocks this one. And if you do it any longer, it gets to the point where it's too inefficient to have one copper golem, so you effectively get this whole efficiency. So this is the most efficient setup, doing 5 chests and 1 copper golem. I don't really know why it is, I've tested it and it is the most efficient. If you don't want to, and then we should see in here is our cobblestone, and it has worked flawlessly. So yeah, this right here is how you build a copper golem item sorting system. Now I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, hit the like button and subscribe. If you want any redstone tutorials that I haven't done, let me know in the comments. And yeah, keep notification bells on for all future redstone tutorials. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope this has been useful and you can build your copper golem item sorting system now on your own. And again, I want to thank you all for hitting 100 subscribers, and I will catch you all later. See ya.